Hello, Reloaded family. My name is Otilia Zibo Nawa, and you are watching Pick Your Brain with Mr. Reloaded. Stay tuned.
This episode was proudly brought to you by the Reloaded Studio. Back to another episode of the Pick Your Brain podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Reloaded. Today, we are thrilled to have the incredible Otilia Zibo Nawa as our guest. Excelling as a top model, a brilliant civil engineering student, and a survey businesswoman. Welcome, Otilia.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How are you doing?
I'm doing amazing. How are you?
I'm very good. You know, the funny thing about our friendship is that I feel like you are more Zambian than I am.
A lot of people mistake me to say and ask, are you Zambian?
Because trust me, like I've heard most of your TikTok videos and you are pumping Zambian music even more than I do. And I ask myself to say, I think this young lady in her previous life was Zambian or something.
And most of my TikTokers are always asking me, are you Zambian? Are you Zambian? But I'm a fan.
But have you visited Zambia though?
I've never been in Zambia.
Really?
Yes.
But do you dream to go to Zambia?
Absolutely.
Which city to be particular?
Lusaka.
But yeah, definitely I would want to host you there. I feel like it's gonna be, you would really enjoy. It's a beautiful city, welcoming people. And yeah, I think you should definitely make a plan to visit Lusaka, Zambia.
Very soon.
Yeah, so Zibo, on this podcast we have some few segments. The first one, of course, will be on your early life as a model and as a character per se. Let's dive into your journey, eh? So yeah, Zibo, my first question under your early life and modeling, right, would go like this. Where did you grow up from and what was your childhood like? So I want you to just basically describe what character you were as a child and just kindly express yourself on where you grew up and yeah, basically that. So I'm very excited to hear what you have to say. Let's get it.
Okay. So I grew up in Katima Mulilo.
Okay.
Grew up with my grandmother and my mother and my cousins, small cousins, same age as me.
Okay.
I used to be in the streets every day, playing games. My mom would always call me, come back home early. But I'd always be in the streets, playing and also conducting those modeling for the location. Come on, we're going to make Miss Butterfly. Oh, I was staying in Butterfly. That's location.
So that's like a hood back in Katima.
Yes, that's
okay.
Our hood.
Okay.
And I would also conduct this Miss Butterfly, getting all the small kids to come and model and would judge them to make Miss Butterfly.
So let me cut you a little short. From what you're saying, so the modeling did not start now or 3 years ago or 5 years ago, right? I can tell you to say your modeling started at a very tender age. How old were you when you're doing all those modeling games?
I was in grade 4, 5, 6.
Back
then we would just do it for fun. I never really imagined myself to be a real model.
Okay.
We were just playing.
But what actually inspired you to start the modeling career? Or should I say, let me ask this in this way. What inspired you to play those games with your friends? Did you watch it on your television or were you attending some modeling shows?
Well, it all started from watching Miss Namibia. And then we, in our location, were like, oh, we can just start by making our own Miss Butterfly. That's how we started.
So is it right for me to say you watched that Miss Namibia? What do you call it? Is it a show or is it, what do you call it?
It's a show.
It's a show, right?
It's a show, yes.
So is it right for me to say you actually got the knowledge of Miss Namibia through television?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, that's interesting. And how did your parents take it? Or your grandmother? You said you grew up with your grandmother and your cousins. How did they take it? Were they just saying to say, this one also with her funny games? How did they react to those games though? Each time they found you in that situation or found you playing them?
They never found me in those situations. They never found out like what I used to play. It was just out there in the streets.
So it was more like a secret affair?
Something like that.
Okay. My second question goes like this. How did your family and friends react? Okay, I think you have tackled on that one, right?
Not really, I don't think so.
Okay, let me ask it. How did your family and friends react when you expressed your interests in modeling?
So I started these modeling things when I was very small, like when I was in grade 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
And then I stopped until when I was in grade 10. I was in the hostel, and one of my friends encouraged me to participate in Miss Caprivi Senior Secondary School.
Okay.
Then I took part. That was like the first time when I realized that I loved modeling. That's when it's safe to say that's when my career started. I was in grade 10, and then I participated. I didn't make it. I just made it to top 5, but I never won anything.
Do you have any regrets?
No. And then the following year, that's when now I told my family that I wanted to participate for this other festival, cultural festival.
Okay.
And then my family drove me to that place.
So that festival, was it a local festival or it was more of...
It's a cultural festival for my tribe.
Oh, so it's within the region.
Within the region.
Okay. Do you want to talk up on how it went or...
Oh, then when I won.
Oh, okay.
My
Good for
family
you.
was so happy.
Good for you. So I think you've touched on this question because the follow-up question was going to be, were they supportive from the start?
From the start, they were very supportive, very, very supportive. They are still supportive, and my grandmother is my biggest supporter. Like, she's a designer. She designed everything, all my evening dresses, bikini, everything that I need. Cultural attires, she does everything.
I feel like from what you've said, I feel like your grandmother has played a big role in your life.
Absolutely.
Just kindly describe the role she's played. I want you to just briefly appreciate her right now.
Okay, wait.
Yeah, like I was saying, I would want you to appreciate her in a few words. What do you think, or pinpoint what exactly motivates you, or what energy she brings to you each time you're going for a competition?
Her belief in me is it's out of this world. She's my number one fan, if I can say. She believes in me more than I believe in myself.
Tell us more on your business journey. How did you start engaging yourself in business? And what inspired you?
My cousin is the one that inspired me to start my business. So I started in my first year.
Okay.
During Corona.
Okay.
My cousin that time was already a business owner.
Okay.
And then she recruited me, and then I also started.
Just for the sake of the viewers, give us more context. What business are you in?
Online business. I order, it's trade.
Okay.
I sell and I buy and sell.
So are we talking about clothes or house utensils? What exactly do you sell? You can market your business on this platform. So what do you sell?
It's an online business.
Okay.
Otilia Closet Namibia. I order phones, shoes, clothes.
So in short, everything that is looking good.
Everything that looks good.
That's what's up. And what challenges have you faced in your business career?
Oh my God, it's very, very difficult to deal with people. I deal with a lot of different people
Okay.
with different characters.
Mm.
Others are so impatient, and I order from outside the country. Sometimes things take long, Namra, customs, but other customers are so impatient, but I have to be patient with them.
How do you manage to convince them to be patient with you? Because I feel like that's a very big issue when it comes to business, and if not if not maintained well, you find yourself having those police cases. So how do you manage to give them that assurance to say the goods are definitely coming their way?
Well, okay, may you repeat the question again?
How do you convince them to say the goods are gonna reach them at some point? So it's more like, how do you motivate, or should I say enhance
For
their
them to wait.
patience? Yeah.
By being transparent. So when I order, I would take a screenshot and then I would show them. I would tell them each and every step that the goods are taking. Like, for example, if they are from China and they reach Hong Kong, I'll show them. When they reach Namibia, I will show them. And however how long it takes to clear at Namra, I'll still show them. By just being transparent with them.
Okay. So you order your things from China, right?
Yes.
Guangzhou?
Yes.
Actually, it's called in China.
Oh.
So I know, that's why I asked you that question, because that's most of the challenges that we used to face the time we were there. You would deal with so many clients when we were there, and they would send us huge sums of money, and we would understand to say, okay, yes, this is big money, and you can feel the anxiety, right? But I feel like for you, you're in a better space because you're actually with them in the country. So the trust levels are actually higher on your end. But for us, they would do the e-commerce, meaning they wouldn't see us, they would actually like use us as agents. You understand, right? So it's really hard to enhance a client's patient levels when you're doing e-commerce. So that's why I asked that question. But yeah, let's move on to the last question under your
Goodness.
under the what? Under the business segment, which goes like this. Have you encountered any setbacks or failures along the way? If you have, how did you learn from those experiences and how did you move forward?
Okay, just kindly ask each question.
Okay, so we'll start with the first one. Have you encountered any setbacks or failures along your business way?
Absolutely. There are a lot of challenges that I faced.
Okay.
So the first one was when I ordered a lot of stock, but then they were taken by Namra, and I had to refund my customers with my own money.
So why were they taken in this situation?
Apparently they are counterfeit.
Oh, okay. So how was that experience? Because I want to get the first-hand experience from you. How did you go through that process? Because that's a lot of money that you did not even plan for in the first place. So how did you manage to go through that?
Like I had to stop for a while to raise up the money to give back the customers, to refund the customers. And then the money was a lot. The money was really a lot.
And that's what I need. I need you to express yourself. Like, yes, we know it was bad. It's obviously going to be bad. It's a lot of money. I need you to express how it was, because the way you're saying it, right, is like, yes, it was bad, but you're just like, oh, okay, it was just a certain period, and voila, the money showed up from nowhere. Uncle ABCD came through, or what. What strategy did you use to fundraise that money? Did you engage friends? Did you engage your family? what strategy did you use to raise that money? Did you have some savings in your account that you used to top up on the money? That's what I need from you right now. So please express yourself on that situation.
Okay, so when the stock was taken, there's a lot of money that was involved. I lost a lot of money and customers were on my neck, like, we want our products, you are a scammer, you are what. They said a lot of things. But then my cousin is the one that helped me with the money. I started by refunding back the customers that were talking too much, that were so impatient, and then I refunded them. And then I also got money. When I got my money from NASFAF, I didn't eat the money. I just took that money and refunded some of the customers. It took a while. It took a whole year refunding back the money.
Wow. And did you manage to finish?
I'm done.
The repaying?
I'm so happy I'm done.
That's what's up. Good for you. How did you handle criticism when that happened? Because I'm sure now you are paying back, people are yelling to say, like you said, people are calling you scammer, ABCD. How did you manage to manage the criticism on your end? How did you manage to handle the criticism from people? Because I know to say people were talking ill about the situation. How did you manage to overcome that and start the whole process again of the online business?
I didn't really pay attention to what they said.
Okay.
Because from my end, I knew I was being transparent. I did not take their money. I didn't eat their money. It's just the case of the money the stock that was taken, and then I just had to fundraise the money to give them back.
Okay, that was a good initiative, right? What advice would you give someone that actually passed through the same situation that you passed through? What advice would you give them?
For them
to avoid the problem you faced, what advice would you give them?
Wait, which problem?
The problem that you said you had over-ordered stock, right?
That was taken.
That was taken. So my question is, what advice would you give to another online business person, right, that would help them avoid that situation that you were in? What advice would you give them?
My stock was taken because I shipped by air. So I would advise them to ship by sea. Shipping by air the stock doesn't take long. It only takes like 2 to 3 weeks. That was like so fast. I wanted the things to reach here very fast. So I shipped by air. So I would advise them to ship by sea. It takes long, but just for them to be patient.
Patience is key, eh?
Patience is key.
Okay. So Zibo, what activities enhance or should I say generate your energy towards your business, your engineering life, and your modeling career? What activities do you do?
Praying.
Okay.
Praying. The first thing that I do in the morning is praying, exercising, and when I don't feel motivated, I watch YouTube videos that motivate me, and also do TikToks. I love doing TikToks. TikTok is my favorite app. Okay,
that's interesting. What motivates your TikTok videos? Do you just wake up and say, okay, I've got this idea, or you watch a video that you've been inspired and then you want to just replicate it?
To be honest, if you go on my page, you won't see like I'm a content creator for something, like a specific something.
Okay.
I just do anything, everything.
Okay. So Zibo, you mentioned to say God has played a very huge role in your life. I would want you to express how God has actually blessed your life in terms of your career, your modeling career, your business career, and your civil engineering career.
If I'm to speak about God, then I'm going to speak the whole day. God has done a lot for me in my life. When I was in grade 12, I used to pray a lot that I make it in engineering, and hopefully God helped me. I passed, and then I made it. I got admitted in civil engineering, and in my modeling career, oh my God, God has helped me win the career. The crowns, the titles, this is all God's doing, and I'm very thankful
to God. That's lovely. Do you actually do some specific, when I say specific activities, what activities do you do to strengthen your communication with God?
I'm always praying.
Okay.
And meditating.
Do you fast and pray?
Oh yes, I do that. And go to church.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. I think that was well answered. Zibo, I still want to touch on your Christian life, right? Who pushes you? Because I understand to say, as a young female or a young child, it's not in your nature just to wake up and say, it's Sunday, let me go to church. I know to say there's someone there out there that has been pushing you to say, look, life is hard, you need God in your life. Who are the specific individuals that pushed you in that direction?
Like I said, I was raised by my mom and my grandmother. So they are the ones that always used to push me on Saturday to go to church.
That's well said. Beyond your professional accomplishments, what are your passions and hobbies that you carry or you do?
I love dancing. This is why I do a lot of TikToks.
Nice. Anything else?
Oh, and also reading. I love reading newspapers.
Newspapers, that's interesting. What inspired you to read newspapers? Because I feel like newspapers these days are outdated, if I can, lack of better terms, in the sense that if I see someone reading a newspaper these days, it's more of maybe the elderly, 50 plus and whatnot, because I feel like these days people are on their phones reading articles, listening to podcasts, so many ways of getting information. But what keeps the fire burning in you to read newspapers?
As a model, you need to be up to date with what is happening around the world, what is happening around you. So I need to keep update with what is happening each and every day in our country, in our world, because they get to ask those questions.
That's smart. Okay. I get you. The last question under your faith and life philosophy goes like this: what advice would you give to a young woman who is struggling to balance with their passions and career aspirations? Should I repeat the question? What advice would you give to a young woman out there struggling to balance their passions and career aspirations? So with this one, it could be a woman that is in any field of life or any program of life. So what advice would you give them?
Like what I always post on my status each and every night. The sun will rise and we shall try again. My advice would be for them not to give up, for them to always try again.
That's a nice one. What inspired that quote? Did you find it on the internet or did you hear it from someone?
I found it on the internet.
Nice.
And then I fell in love with it.
That's very inspiring. Good for you. Okay, so we have come to the most exciting part of the podcast, Zibo. Are you excited about this segment?
Yes.
So it's the game segment. is simply this or that. So these questions of the this or that are tailored for a model, stroke, business woman or lady. You understand? So the first question goes like this. Ottilia, would you prefer an early morning or a late night?
Late night.
Okay, the second one goes like this. High fashion or casual wear?
Casual way.
Okay, cool. The third one goes like this. Photo shoot or business meeting?
Business meeting.
Is it because of the money?
Yes.
Okay. The fourth one goes like this. Social media or traditional marketing?
Social media.
That's a no-brainer. You like TikTok. Um,
Okay.
the following question goes like this. Gym workouts or yoga?
Gym workouts.
Okay. The next question goes like this. Leading a team or working independently?
Working independently.
Okay. The next one goes like this. Risk taking or calculated moves?
Risk taker.
I thought you would go like calculated moves because you're an engineer. Wow. Okay. Networking events or industry conferences?
Say that again.
Networking events or industry conferences?
This is so hard. It's business and engineering. Okay. Repeat the question again.
Networking events or industry conferences?
Network
Events.
events.
Okay. The following question goes like this. Behind the scenes or in the spotlight? This one should be simple.
On the spotlight.
Really?
I'm lying.
This spots, you should put it on the.
Yeah.
Once you finish
Of course.
Yes.
I'm not editing that part.
that part, don't put it that part.
Okay. So that one I know to say the right answer is behind the scenes. The following question goes like this. Power suits or designer dresses?
Designer dresses.
Okay. City life or countryside living?
Countryside living.
Okay. The second last question goes like this. Saving money or spending money?
Saving money.
That's it. The KFC that you're mentioning. Oh my word.
Spending money.
She said spending. She was not saving. She was spending.
She was saving money. So buying KFC, she was saving money. Okay, good stuff. So the last question goes like this. Competitive or collaborative?
Competitive.
Okay. Zibo, this is the end of the podcast. I had a good time. It was interesting. It was very interesting because I feel like you on the stage when you're walking in front of viewers, right? Or should I say people that have come to watch your show, and you being behind the camera have really brought out two different characters, and I've learnt a lot from that. Yeah, and once again I want to say a big thank you for you showing up. You've blessed the podcast. This is something that I've been wanting for the longest. I remember we talked about this last year and it has finally come to pass. I'm really excited, and I know to say you love your career. I know to say you have so much passion. When I see you, I see so much confidence in yourself. I don't know if you see that, but each time I see you, you're so confident in yourself, and keep up with that spirit. I know to say you're gonna reach high levels in your career life, your civil engineering life, and your business life. And you mentioned your friends. I learned about your friends in this podcast or this episode. I learned about your family. I learned about you loving God. I want to motivate you to actually keep on pushing towards that direction. because I feel like that's the easiest way you can express yourself, right? And yeah, I think we'll meet at the top. I know to say I'm following you on so many social media platforms, and for those viewers that want to follow my guest, you can follow her on. So please give the viewers your handles so that they can follow you, because I feel like you're an interesting person, and yeah, let them follow you. So you can start with your TikTok. I know to say you're a big TikTok fan. So yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so first of all, before I give my handles, I want to say thank you for having me on this podcast.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you for making it possible, and your manager. And I just want to give a shout out to my friend for always supporting me and
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
for always supporting me and
Yeah.
being with me through thick and thin. I'm
That's
very
what's up.
thankful.
Yeah.
And you guys can follow me up on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook. My name is Otilia Nawa.
So you heard it for yourselves. You can follow her. Please add, follow, subscribe to whatever she's doing. And yeah, we'll definitely meet at the top. It's been your boy, Mr. Reloaded. See you when you see me. Ciao.